In today's video, we're gonna see how to edit viral reels in Premiere Pro like this one.
This is not an iPhone. This is a $3 trillion military-grade lethal.
Okay, so let's break down this video. This video is basically a lot of flash cuts and match cuts. These are techniques that basically it matches same object a lot of times. For example, here you have these flash cuts with the iPhone, but with different angles, and we are cutting here the background or the main image. Here we have again a flash cut with the iPhone, with changing some angles of the image. And here we have another flash cut basically with a trillion. Then here we have also a flash cut, and here we have a match cut with the tank. So here is the iPhone because this is one object, and it goes from this object, the iPhone, to a tank here. But it's the same shape, so it's a match cut basically. And then here we have more flash cuts like this. And here we have a perfect match cut. It goes from this image, from the tank, to this video. So it's perfect sync. So we're gonna learn this. It's really easy, really simple, but this is really engaging for especially shorts, for the intros. I really like it. And I think it's an amazing video. And it's one of the videos that it has more demand at this moment. So let's go and learn it. Okay, so this is the breakdown basically of the animation with the sense basically. The first thing is the white background iPhone SN, that is 12 images. It has basically a gap of 3 frames, then 2, 1, and then again 3, 2, and then it goes from 3, 2, 3, 2. Those are frames between each images. We are gonna see this in a moment. The next one is the second iPhone SN, basically another flash cut. This is with 6 images, and it follows 3, 2, 3, 2 frames. These are gaps between each image. And again, the same with the 3 trillion. These are 11 images, and it follows the same path of 3, 2, 3, 2 frames of difference between each image. Then the fourth SN is 5 images, again, same path. And the same with the fifth one. That is the tank blueprint. Don't worry if you don't understand this, you will see it in a moment, so don't worry. Okay, so let's start with the video. So the first thing that we need to do is to find the assets. I used these 3 platforms to get the assets. The first one is YouTube to get the tank shooting video. Here there are lots of. Then I used Pinterest to get the blueprints. For example, I really like this, and also maybe some images of iPhones. And then, of course, Google Images for the iPhones of the shots, for example, here or stuff like this. And also for the articles, I basically wrote on Google 3 trillion article, and a lot of these articles appear. For example, this one. Basically, I took screenshots. So here I have all the images, and we're gonna basically choose it and put it here. Perfect. So now we have all the images here, and we're gonna put this one on one. So the first one here, like this. So now we need to move forward 3 frames with the right arrow, 1, 2, and 3. Now we cut it, and now we need to add the second one, but now instead of 3 frames, it's just 2. So 1, 2. Now we cut it. Now the third image, but instead of 2 frames, it's just 1. Now the same with the fourth one, and now it's again 3 frames. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now the same with the fifth one, but now it's 2 frames, 2. And now again, 3 frames here, 1, 2, 3. Now it's 2 frames, 1, 2. And now we just need to keep doing this until the ends with 3, 2, 3, 2. So this is how it looks. Okay, so don't worry about this, the thing doesn't look well now, but we are gonna change that. Basically, I took these images from the video itself, because this guy probably went to an iPhone shop and take photos of these phones, so I couldn't find it online. So basically I took a screenshot, and I basically generated with AI on Photoshop. But you can find any object online and it's the same. This is why this one, for example, looks weird, but because it's generated with AI, but don't worry, we're gonna cut it. Okay, so this is pretty well synced. So for example, you can see there, But for example, here on this point, this is small, so we're gonna go here to motion. We're gonna increase this like this until it looks the same as this one. So to do it exactly how it is, we are gonna put this here. We're gonna increase it, and we're gonna here, and we're gonna load the opacity. So now we can see this one and also the below one. So now we need to perfectly match it like this. We can zoom with Alt and the scroll wheel. So now we need to match it. Now we can see, we can put the game here, and we can see if it looks well or not. Okay, it's perfectly matched. Okay, so now the same, we need to match the last one with this one, like this again. So we decrease the opacity, put here 50, example. Now we press here motion and we match it. So we need to make this small. So for example, like this. We can zoom with Alt and a scroll wheel. I think now it looks pretty well. Again, so we restore it and we put here the opacity again to 100%. And this is how it looks. Okay, so don't worry, for example, here with the white thing, we are gonna fix that in a moment. And also here, for example, it doesn't look well because of the background. Okay, so now we are gonna fix things. So for example, let's start here. First we need to go here to the first layer, and go here to the opacity, and choose here the feather bracer. And basically we create here a shape. It doesn't need to be really accurate, just like this, for example. Right. Now we are gonna take all these images and we're gonna put it on the layer above, and we're gonna create a background here. So we'll here put color mates here white. Perfect, and we add it here until the end. We cut it, perfect. So it looks something like this. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger, so we're gonna choose here the mask, and we are gonna increase this like this as we want. Right, like this. Something like this, perfect. So now we need to make the same with the next one, but we need to make it smaller. So we're gonna put here like this. We're gonna choose this one. Now we see the last image also, so we're gonna make it smaller. So something like this, for example. Pretty well. We're gonna restore this. Perfect. So there is a huge change. We're gonna increase this one a little bit. So we want to make it smaller, but not a lot. We want to basically make it several. Okay, so now this looks great. Okay, so now we need to do the same with all the images until it's basically like this image right here. It's just the white background and with no like background from the shop. So for example, this one, I will cut this. I will cut it like this. Exactly like this. And this is how it looks. So this one is almost the last one. It looks like this. And for example, this one, the same. We are gonna cut it and like this. Perfect. So it goes like this. Right. Okay, so now I'm gonna finish making all these cuts until it's like this. We are gonna continue with the tutorial. Okay, so I just finished and this is how it looks. Okay, so now since the last iPhone, we need to leave 15 frames in a space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Perfect, so 15. And we are gonna increase here the white background. Okay, so now we are gonna also increase here this iPhone, and now we're gonna add all the other iPhone images. Okay, so now here I have all the iPhones. I'm gonna put here, and I'm also gonna increase the white background here. So this iPhone follows a 3-2 gaps. So basically the first one is 1, 2, 3, like this. The second one is 2, 1, 2, and like this until it's finished. Okay, so now here we have all the images. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so now we need to make the same. So basically we need to match the last iPhone from the first sequence with the first iPhone of the second sequence. To do this, again, we need to put this above, we increase it, we go here, lower the opacity, and we now can match it like this. Perfect. So now it matches perfectly. And now look at this. Perfect. I'm gonna put here feed to see it well, like this. And we're gonna do the same with this one until we finish. So I'm gonna do it so it's the same process, so don't worry. Okay, so now for example this one is not matching because the angle is different, so I'm gonna basically here touch the rotation to see how it looks better. So something like this, and now it's so much better. And this is how it's looking. So like this one to this one, perfect. We're gonna increase the opacity so we can see better, like this. Great. For example, this one is really big, so we're gonna make basically a math here, like this. This math doesn't need to match the last one. It's just to basically make it look cooler. For example, here there is a huge gap between the last part of the iPhone here with this part, so we're gonna increase here, like this. Perfect. Looks so much better. Like this. Great. And now we are gonna continue with this process. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Okay, so now we need to add the 3 trillion article descents. So here is the first one, and this follows the same path as the other ones. It's basically 3, 2. So 1, 2, 3. We make a cut. Now we add the other one here, for example, and 1, 2, like this into the end. And now we need to basically match the 3 trillion here in the middle of the screen. This last one. So to see if it's in the middle, you can display here the rulers and the guides and the same margins. And we need to align here the guides with the same margins here. And also this one, like this. And we can, for example, here take this and take this. Now here we have the middle. So now we want to put the 3 trillion there, like this. Great. So now we need to do the same. It's a flash cut. We need to match the 3 trillion. So here we go, and we put opacity 50%. We go to the other one. We make it bigger, like this, for example. So now what we want to do is to match the 3. The both 3 here, like this. You can see. Great. So now it looks great. And we are also matching the T from the trillion, and that's also really good. So here we go. So this is how it looks. And we need to make the same with the 11 images following the 3, 2, 3, 2 path. Great. So this is how it looks like. And this is how all the video looking. Great. Okay, so now we need to create the next sequence. Is the blueprint iPhone. We need to put 5 iPhones. We need to put 5 images with the 3, 2, 3, 2 path again. So 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2 until the end. Okay, so here are all the images, and now we need to basically put here in the middle again. We need to display the rulers to see the middle. I want to make it bigger like this. And now we need to match again the shape of the iPhone. So we repeat the same process. We go here, put it here like this, 50%, like this, and we make this one bigger. Okay, so here I match it, and this is how it looks. Right. So this looks weird. So because it's the background is black, so we're gonna increase here the white background. So now it looks perfect. And now we just need to continue doing this. Okay, so I just finished, and this is how it looks. Okay, so now we need to do the same with the blueprint chunk. And here I have the images. Are 4 images, but here there are some images that it has 2. For example, this one. And I will add it here. And it's follow the same path. It's 5 images, and it's 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So now it's 1, 2, a cut. We find the other one. 1, 2, 3, cut. Put it here, and again. 1, 2, 3. So here 1, 2, cut, and we'll put it again here, like this until we finish. Okay, so here are all the images, and now we need to basically match this iPhone with this tank. So now we need to rotate this. We need to also scale it down a little bit. We need to rotate this like this. Okay, let's put 90 degrees, and now we need to match it, so the same. So we'll put here, we decrease the opacity to 50, we go to the middle, and we check the tank, and we try to match it. We zoom until it looks the same or really similar, like this, for example. Okay, so we restore this, increase the opacity again, and this is how it looks. Pretty similar. Okay, so now we need to do the same. So this is not gonna be exactly, but it's basically rotating, so we can match this one, for example, with this one, like this. We're gonna do the same, like this, in the middle, 50%, and we'll match it with this one. It's not gonna be perfect, but we need to try to make it as similar as possible, the shape. So like this looks cool, right? We restore this, and this is how it looks, pretty similar, right? Okay, so now we do the same, increase this, but now we put this one, for example. This one looks cool. So again, here, and decrease the opacity, and we'll move it. To make it this a little bit smaller. Like this. Great. We start this, and now we need to do the same, but with this one. Like this. Okay, so now we need to make the same. Yeah, here, 50%. We check here the motion. We zoom in with this. Wait, it's going to be a little bit bigger. Like this. Great. So this is how it's looking. We are almost finishing this project. Okay, so now we need to make the match cut transition with this blueprint tank with the real tank, like shooting in the video. So here I have some tank videos. I'm gonna find the one I want, and we are gonna match it. Okay, so here I found the video that I want, and I'm gonna add it this here. Okay, so we are gonna increase the scale like this, and we want to go to the last frame until he shoots like this. Okay, so now we need to rotate this because this one is looking to the left and this one is looking to the right. So we are gonna add a mirror effect here, and now we are gonna increase here the reflection, and we are gonna go here to motion, and we are gonna basically move this until it looks basically how we want, like this. Great. So this is how it's looking. We're gonna adjust it a little bit. We're gonna move it here like this. Perfect. So this is how it looks. Okay, so this is how the full video looks like. If this video helped you, you have to check out my new course on community. I teach you how to do it from any level up to professional, and I personally help you to achieve this level. There is a section to learn how to edit and another to add clients. And it is not just me. I have partnered with Megalomedia channel and their team to help you learn how to create the best content as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you later.